Willie D. Live.
Let's get into this Admiral. Family, the person you're seeing right here is Brother Admiral Alvin Halsey. If standing on business was a person, you are now looking at him because he was called to the carpet by Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth to address the Admiral's refusal to carry out fishing boat attacks in the Caribbean. According to reports, the Admiral said, "That's not Admiral. I'm not doing it." Admiral Halsey expressed his concern for civilian casualties. Secretary Hegseth pushed back and reminded the Admiral of his sworn duty. Admiral Halsey informed Hegseth that he had no intention of carrying out an illegal order after 40 years of service in the U.S. Navy. In response to the Admiral's stance, Hegseth threatened to strip Halsey of his command. The meeting became heated and quickly adjourned. Less than 15 minutes later, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth received Admiral Alvin Halsey's letter of resignation. I ain't got no problem with that, but some of y'all do, and that's why we're talking about it. In recent days, members of Congress have reached out to Admiral Halsey requesting him to testify on events surrounding his resignation. Admiral Halsey has receipts. Admiral Halsey has agreed to testify. Admiral Halsey is recognized for breaking barriers as the first Black commander of SOUTHCOM and for his dedication to partnerships and strategic challenges in the Americas. In other words, the Admiral is Admiral. Can't really say that a lot about this administration. Can't say that a lot about the people in the administration. I got one question for the good Admiral, though. What took you so long? What took you so long, brother? Imagine how many officers over time, over the history of this country, who have acted on those illegal orders. They knew it was wrong, and they did it anyway. And here's the deal. Some of them were not under pressure. They were not under duress. They were not under duress when they did it. They wanted to do it. See, you got some of these nuts out here in the military, and they are killers. They love killing. And they don't care who they kill. They just like killing. They'll kill. The same ones are oftentimes essayers. Yeah. They like war because, see, in war, there ain't no rules. They can go out there, man, and steal, kill, rape, the women and children. Some of them men. Yeah, they do that too. Think about it, fam. Yeah. Yeah, some of them are very bloodthirsty. So they won't have a problem following the orders. You know, they like robots. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever you need, sir. Yeah, got it, sir. Yeah, they just want a pat on the back. You ever see how they act when the president walk into the room, like when it's a bunch of them, and the president, somebody told the president, "Hey, we need you to go over there and lift the morale at the 21st Infantry. We need you to go over there and, just say hello to the guys, and it'll do so much for their spirits." President walks in, they all be. Boy, president touch him. Boy, they get to shake your hand, they be like, Why? Why? I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. If I was a soldier and I was given an admiral job, assignment, they gave me an assignment and said, man, get out there, man. We need you to do this, Woo. And we need you to do this because we really are fighting an evil. We're fighting evil. Yeah, I could do that. I couldn't do it for America, though, because I'm dealing with evil right here in America right now as a black man every single day. So I would not do it under no circumstances. Would I do it for America? Not after I've seen how other black veterans be treated. I've seen too many black veterans tell horror stories where they've been mistreated after they went and fought for this country and extended many people in this country's rights to have the freedom of speech to call them the N-word. They've extended people's in this country's freedom. Because, you know, you lose some wars, the winter gonna come in and take over. So many times, black people, black men and women have fought wars for this country, put their lives on line. Man, you got black people that have been maimed, came back with one leg, one arm, both legs gone, half of their head sometimes, literally half of their head, is all is gone. Come back and get treated like trash. They done went over there and killed all them people over there who ain't never did nothing to them. And they come back here and get treated like a dog. They still got to deal with racism over here. They still got people calling them the N-word. They still got the police dragging them out of cars. This a regular ass police officer. He ain't never been to war. He ain't never been in combat or nothing. But he went to the academy for 11 months, got his little 20 hours of college or whatever it takes, and they gave him a badge and a gun, and he pulling you out of the car, a decorated veteran. They just handling any kind of, you just saying that you are a veteran ain't enough to gain their respect. You know, like they still gonna treat you like a regular N-word. Hell no, I wouldn't fight for this country. Hell no. I wouldn't fight for this country. I wouldn't, because this country won't fight for me. This country has never fought for me. I'm not fighting for this country. I'm going to tell you who should. Every white person out there. White people should fight for this country. That's who should be out here fighting for this country, because y'all got the most privilege. Y'all get the most benefits. Y'all get the most privilege. Now, if I had it like y'all had it, hell, I'd be fighting my ass off to keep that. I'd be out here like, who talking about America? Bing, bing, bing. Who that? Who wants some with America? Man, I'm trying to hold on to that privilege. So yeah, I can understand y'all should be really the only people in the military. Since y'all the only people that can get to talk to the police any kind of way you want to talk to them, y'all get so many breaks. Y'all got it made in this country. This whole thing was laid out for y'all to make it. So y'all should be fighting for this country more than anybody. The whole military should be all white. There shouldn't be no black people in the military, no Latino people, no Asians, nothing. They always like to brag about how white the country is. This is the white man's country. This is the white man's country. Well, all right. Well, why come the biggest white man, the most prominent white man in the country, never fought in the military? He's a 5-time draft dodger. He never fought in the military. But y'all bow down to him. Y'all kiss the ring. That don't even make sense. I would not, under no circumstances, under any circumstances, follow a man who is afraid to fight. No. I would not fight for a man. I would not defend a man who would not defend me. I'm not talking about talking. I'm talking about action. Yeah, I would not fight for a man that would not fight for me. Y'all out here risking y'all lives uh, on these stupid dummy missions where you're being disrespectful to people, using the N-word, starting to fight all of this. When you hear Donald Trump say something, you get fired up. This is a dude that wouldn't push a duck in the pond, and if he did, he'd jump in and save it. Donald Trump is the dude, he ain't gonna do nothing. He gonna get you to do it. He gonna get you to do it. So his hands is clean. He gonna get you to do the dirty work. If you look how the mob was operating, if you look at the mob, the reason mobsters were respected is because everybody knew that the mobster was willing to put in the work. They knew, hell, the mob, in order for a mobster to become a mob boss, he had to show the propensity to put in the work. He had to already show the propensity to put in the work. He ain't got that. He have not shown the propensity to put the work in. It's one thing to not vote for somebody who's never been in the military. It's one thing to not vote. It's one thing to vote for somebody who's never been in the military. It's a whole other thing to vote for somebody who's actually a draft dodger, somebody who dodged the draft 5 times, not one time, 5 times. This is the guy who gives them courage and hope. This is the guy who they lean on for strength. How? Man, I come from a place where, hey, you can survive in the streets, but if you had money, you had power, you had to be able to defend that yourself. Now, you could have other people that would be willing to defend it, but those other people and other people had to know that you could defend yourself. You had to be able to defend yourself. You had to be willing to defend yourself. Get your own hands dirty. I come from that. I'm cut from that cloth.